For every loved MCU character, there's always one fans can't stand, and no character proves that better than Loki. The God of Mischief started as a villain and somehow became one of the most loved characters in the entire MCU. Back in the Avengers, Loki was the bad guy. He attacked New York, he killed Coulson, he was manipulative, dangerous, and completely untrustworthy. But fans still loved him, and that's because Loki had depth. He wasn't just evil, he was hurt, he was jealous. He spent his whole life living in Thor's shadow, trying to prove he belonged. As the movies went on, Loki changed. In Thor, The Dark World, and Ragnarok, he wasn't just a villain anymore. He became something more.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
His relationship with Thor grew into one of the most emotional dynamics in the MCU. One minute they're fighting, the next they're joking. You never knew what Loki would do, and that made him special. Then came Infinity War. Loki stood up to Thanos to protect his brother. After everything he had done, he died trying to do the right thing. That moment changed everything for fans. But his story didn't end there. In Endgame, a version of Loki escaped with the Tesseract, giving us another chance to see him grow. The Loki series took it even further. We saw him break down, face his past, and finally understand himself. By season 2, Loki became something no one expected, a true hero. That final moment, holding all the timelines together, becoming a god of stories, it was emotional, it was powerful, and it felt earned. Let's move over to one of most hated characters, Peter Quill, also known as Star-Lord. It's crazy how fast things change for him. When Guardians of the Galaxy first came out, fans loved him. He was fun, different, and brought a new energy to the MCU. He was dancing in fights, cracking jokes, blasting music like "Come and Get Your Love."
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And somehow it all worked. Quill made being a space outlaw feel cool, and people connected with that underdog vibe. But then Infinity War happened, and everything flipped. The Avengers and Guardians had Thanos right where they wanted him. The plan was working. The gauntlet was almost off. Everyone was doing their part. And then Quill found out Thanos killed Gamora. Instead of holding it together for just a few seconds, he lost control. He hit Thanos, woke him up, and ruined everything.
Hey, Quill, you gotta cool it right now. Don't engage. We almost got this off!
That one moment changed everything. Thanos got the gauntlet back, snapped his fingers, and half the universe was gone.
Stark? I don't feel so good.
Since then, fans never forgave him. The backlash was instant. Memes everywhere. People blaming him nonstop. It didn't matter that he was grieving or that he loved Gamora. In that moment, fans saw him as the one who messed everything up. Guardians Volume 3 tried to fix his image. Marvel showed his pain, his guilt, and how he was dealing with everything. But that Infinity War moment still sticks with people. It's one of the most painful scenes in the MCU, and Quill is right at the center of it. One of the most loved to one of the most criticized, Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk. The hate started before the show even came out. When the first trailer dropped, people weren't just unsure, they were already judging it. The CGI looked off. The tone felt strange. It didn't feel like the MCU fans were used to. And when the show released, the biggest issue was the tone. It felt more like a parody than a Marvel story. It jumped between courtroom comedy, social media jokes, and random celebrity moments. That twerking scene with Megan Thee Stallion became one of the most talked about moments, and not in a good way. Then came the finale. Instead of a big ending or strong character arc, She-Hulk literally rewrote her own story. Breaking out of the show, entering the writer's room, and talking to a robot version of Kevin Feige.
Kevin?
It stands for knowledge.
Some people liked the risk, but for many fans, it just didn't land. After that, fans wanted something deeper, and that's where Wanda Maximoff came in. Wanda wasn't always this loved. In Age of Ultron, she was quiet and mysterious. Her powers weren't fully clear, but then WandaVision happened, and everything changed. That show wasn't just about superheroes, it was about grief, pain, and escape. Wanda created an entire reality just to deal with her loss. Episode by episode, we watched her break while pretending everything was okay. From the sitcom world to the truth about Westview, it showed how much pain she was carrying.
Peace, we feel your pain. Your grief is poisoning us.
No, stop.
Even when she made bad choices, fans still understood her. In Doctor Strange, she became the villain, chasing the children she created from grief. But people still connected with her. Because she's not just powerful, she's human. A mother who never got to be a mother. A person who never got the chance to heal. Now we move to one of the strongest heroes, but also one of the most disliked, Captain Marvel. When she was introduced, she was supposed to be a major part of the MCU's future. The first female-led film, a key player against Thanos. but the reaction wasn't what Marvel expected. Her story felt rushed. Her personality didn't connect with a lot of fans. The movie leaned more on nostalgia and side characters than real growth. And when she showed up in Endgame, after missing most of the fight,
Where are you going?
To kill Thanos.
it didn't sit right with some people. It felt like she was presented as already great, without going through the struggles other heroes faced. Compare that to Captain America, one of the most loved characters in the MCU.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know.
Steve Rogers didn't start as a super soldier. He was a small, sick kid from Brooklyn who just wanted to stand up for what was right.
Come on, there are men laying down their lives. I got no right to do any less than that.
He had no powers at first, no fame, just heart. When he became Captain America, the serum didn't change who he was. It just made what was already inside him stronger. That's why fans love him, because everything he did came with sacrifice. When he picked up Mjolnir in Endgame, it wasn't just a cool moment. It proved who he really was. And his ending? Perfect. He didn't die in battle, he finally got peace. He lived the life he always deserved and passed on the shield. Now let's flip again to a character that had huge potential but disappointed a lot of fans, Ultron. Ultron was supposed to be a game changer, created by Tony Stark to protect the world, but instead he decided the best way to save it was to destroy humanity.
The Avengers' extinction.
The idea was amazing. A villain born from Tony's fear, a reflection of his worst thoughts, with access to the entire internet and an army of machines. But the problem was how fast it all happened. He showed up, turned evil, built an army, and was defeated all in one movie. There wasn't enough time to explore him. No real build-up, no lasting impact. Now let's go back to a loved character, Bucky Barnes. Bucky isn't just a soldier, he's a tragedy. Everything he did as the Winter Soldier, he remembers now. Every mission, every life he took. His story is full of pain and guilt, and that's what makes him real.
You have a metal arm?
His bond with Steve Rogers is one of the strongest in the MCU. Steve never gave up on him, even when Bucky didn't know who he was. In The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, we finally saw Bucky trying to heal, going to therapy, facing his past, trying to forgive himself. He wasn't a weapon anymore, he was trying to be human again, and fans connected with that. Now on the other side again, Hulk. Hulk used to be one of the most exciting characters. In the Avengers, he stole every scene, every smash, every fight, every moment felt powerful. But by the time we got to Endgame, everything changed. Bruce Banner combined brains and strength, creating Professor Hulk.
I put the brains and the brawn together, and now look at me.
Calm, relaxed, taking selfies. And when Thanos came back, Hulk didn't even fight him. The rematch fans were waiting for never happened. That disappointed a lot of people.
Puny God.
And finally, we end with one of the most loved characters in the entire MCU, Tony Stark. From the very beginning, Tony stood out. He was arrogant, funny, reckless. But over time, he changed. He made mistakes, he hurt people, but he kept growing. His journey wasn't perfect, and that's what made it real. He went from thinking about himself to sacrificing everything for others.
Take that off. What are you? Genius, billionaire, playboy.
And in Endgame, when he made that final choice, it wasn't about him anymore. It was about saving everyone. That's why Tony Stark isn't just loved, he's unforgettable.
Iron Man.